Okay, in this lesson, we're going to be looking at writing algebraic expressions and equations. Problem number 1, let x equal the cost of a new car. A new truck cost $3,000 more than the cost of the car. Write an expression for the cost of the truck. Okay, x is the cost of the new car, and the truck costs $3,000 more than that. So if we take the cost of the car and add 3,000, we will get the cost of the truck. So that is our answer. Problem 2, let B equal the number of books the library owns. 200 books are checked out of the library. Write an expression for the number of books that are not checked out. Okay, so the library has B number of books, and if 200 books are checked out, we can subtract 200 to figure out how many are left. So B minus 200 is the answer there. Okay, problem number 3. A bag of cookies contained 24 cookies. Let C equal the number of cookies that Sarah ate. Write an expression for the number of cookies that are left. Okay, so we start off with 24 cookies, and Sarah ate C of them, so we're going to subtract C from the 24, and that's how many are left. Now, what I want you to notice from problems 2 and 3 is that the variable is not always first. It depends on the context of the problem. Problem number 4. Bob earns $6.75 per hour. Write an expression for how much he earns in H hours. Well, if Bob worked 10 hours, we'd multiply $6.75 times 10. If he worked 40 hours, we'd multiply $6.75 times 40. Since he works H hours, I'm going to multiply $6.75 times H. Problem number 5. A car rental company charges $35 plus 5 cents per mile. Write an expression for the cost of renting a car and driving M miles. Okay, so the cost is going to be $35 flat rate plus 5 cents per mile. So 5 cents times however many miles we drive, which is M miles. So $35 plus 5 cents times the number of miles, which is M. Problem number 6. A phone call costs $2 for the first minute plus 6 cents for each additional minute. Be sure you understand that that's additional minute. Write an expression for the cost of a phone call that lasts M minutes. Now, at first glance, this may seem like problem 6 is just like problem 5, but it's not. That first minute is going to cost you $2. All of the other minutes are going to cost you 6 cents. So if I had a phone call that lasted 10 minutes, that first minute is going to cost me $2, and the remaining 9 minutes are only going to cost me 6 cents a piece. So how many minutes are going to be costing me 6 cents? Well, it's 1 less than the total minutes. So if the total minutes is M, that means the number of minutes that cost me 6 cents is M minus 1. So the second part of this expression is going to be 6 cents times M minus 1. Problem number 7. Radio station 92.5 plays 15 songs per hour. Write an expression for the number of songs played in X hours. First thing you need to realize is that the 92.5 has nothing to do with the problem. It's just the number of the radio station. If the radio station plays 15 songs every hour, then we're going to take 15 and multiply that by however many hours we have. So if we wanted to figure out how many songs the radio station played in 3 hours, we multiply 15 times 3. If we wanted to know how much they played in 10 hours, we multiply 15 times 10, and so on. Okay. Let me give you a minute to pause the video and do problems 8 through 10 and check your answers. And there are your answers. Okay, the directions for the second part is to translate each of the following into an algebraic expression or equation. Helpful hint: when you see the word sum, difference, product, or quotient, find the word and that is where the indicated symbol should be placed. Now, what I mean by the indicated symbol is that the word sum refers to the answer to an addition problem. Difference is the answer to a subtraction problem. Product is the answer to a multiplication problem. Quotient is the answer to a division problem. And the word is indicates where the equal sign should be placed. Now let's look at some examples. Problem number 11, 6 subtracted from a number. I'm going to subtract 6 from some number. I don't know what that is, so I can call it x. Now you could call it n or a or whatever variable you want to, as long as your direction doesn't specify that. Be careful with MyMathLab because a lot of times they will tell you what variable they want you to use. So if they tell you to use x and you type in n, they're going to count it wrong. Problem number 12, 7 less than a number. That means I'm taking some number and subtracting 7 from that. So what I want you to understand with problem 11 and problem 12 is just because the number appears first in your verbal expression does not mean it is going to come first in your algebraic expression. So you can see here on problem 11, 6 is the first thing I have in my verbal expression, but it's actually at the end of my algebraic expression. Problem 13, the product of 5 and a number. Well, that goes back to my helpful hint. Remember, product is one of those key words that I'm looking for, and it says that what I need to do is to find the word and that is where my symbol is going to go. So I have 5 times a number, so I want 5 times some number. Let's call this one n. Now, I don't really need to put that multiplication sign there. I could just write this expression as 5n. Problem number 14, the sum of 4 times a number and 10. So again, I have that special word sum, which means I need to find the word and the word and is going to tell me where that symbol goes. Well, the symbol that's associated with sum is addition. So I am adding 4 times a number and 10. Well, the 10 part's easy. 4 times a number is 4x. Okay, problem 15, the difference between 6 and 3 times a number. Okay, difference is one of those key words where I need to look for the word and. So here's the word and that is where the symbol goes that's associated with the word difference. Well, difference means the answer to a subtraction problem. So I'm going to put a subtraction right here. So what am I subtracting? I'm subtracting 6 and 3 times a number. So I want 6 minus 3 times a number, so 6 minus 3x. Problem 16, 20 divided by the sum of 5 and a number. So there's 2 words in here that I'm going to be looking at, divided and sum. So I have 20 divided by the sum of 5 and a number. Now, sum is one of those key words that I need to be looking for. So find the word and that's going to tell me where the symbol goes that's associated with the word sum. Well, sum is meaning the answer to an addition problem. So I want to be adding 5 and some number. I'm going to call it x. Now this is not my final answer because remember sum means the answer to an addition problem. So I want to find the answer to this part right here and then divide 20 by that. So if I want to find the answer to this part first, what's going to make me do that is to put it in parentheses. It goes back to your order of operations. So I'm going to find the sum of 5 plus x, get that answer, and then divide 20 by that answer. Now another way to write this is 20 divided by 5 plus x. Either way is okay. Okay, problem 17, the product of 5 and a number is 20. Remember, is means equal. So here we have an equation. Product is the answer to a multiplication problem. So I have 5 times some number is 20. Problem number 18, 4 more than 5 times a number is 80. So the is 80 part is easy to do. 4 more than something means I'm going to be adding 4 to something. Well, what am I adding 4 to? Well, I'm adding it to 5 times a number. 5 times a number would be 5x.